Hey, yo, what it do, what it be? It's your boy A&T repping the game gang. You know we don't play. If you a lame, you can't hang. All of that. Now, let's get right into it though. I'm sure in future videos I'll cover great thinkers and philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, Pythagoras, Marcus Aurelius, Socrates, and all them. But today I'm going to discuss one of the most controversial philosophers, not just of his era, but of all time. Of all time. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the life and philosophies of Diogenes. Now, he had dope hypotheses and encouraged people not to fall into monotony. He taught me knowledge is key, not a monopoly. Even though he was a slave, his mind was free from the lock and key. If history was a game, you could never pawn his piece. Ignoring the philosophies of Diogenes, you probably gonna die on your knees. Light bars to start the video, y'all. Let's get it. But enough of the metaphors and all that. Let's get into the real rap of the legendary philosopher and troll we know as Diogenes. So real spill, not much is really known about Diogenes' early life. He was born sometime between 404 and 412 BC in what was Sinope, Paphlagonia. Listen, I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but it's where Sinope, Turkey sits today. Now, from what we know of his early life, his father was a banker in Sinope, and either him, his pops, or a combination of the two was running some kind of counterfeiting scheme or embezzling scheme, which led to him fleeing Sinope, and that led to him eventually ending up in Athens, Greece. Yes, the Athens, like in his heyday type shit. Now, I said that we didn't know much about his early life, so that would mean that his later life is more fleshed out, right? Wrong. We barely know anything about the OG Diogenes, and most of the stories we know about him come from some other guy named Diogenes Laertius or some shit like that. And he's really only famous because he stole another motherfucker's name and wrote a book that detailed the lives of other philosophers. He really should have been called Diogenes 50 Cent Rick Rostocles or something, because they all apparently studied the same philosophy of taking another motherfucker's name and getting famous off their story. But I digress. Let me say, if even half of the stories about Diogenes of Sinope are true, then he is truly the embodiment of a man who is playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the World Series of Poker. Full Pharaoh garb, bro. Probably had the Millennium, bro would have had the Millennium puzzle piece and all that, drawing Exodia in the World Poker Tournament. Everybody just looking around like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there isn't really even a timeline of Diogenes' life. It's pretty much the equivalent of a collection of different scenes in a movie, and in each one Diogenes breaks the fourth wall of philosophy. Now, I could try and explain further, but let's just dive into the life and times of Diogenes of Sinope so you can get a good idea of what the fuck we're really dealing with here. Like, legend has it that Diogenes visited the oracle at Delphi. And this is really where his villain origin story starts. Basically, the oracle at Delphi, which I'm gonna have to do a video on this bitch, because she like a fucking voodoo Griselda Blanco mixed with Kim K, except she was in ancient Greece. Like, she had motherfuckers tweaking in Greece. Like, if you don't know about the oracle at Delphi or Delphi, however you pronounce it, Google it. The oracle basically told Diogenes to vandalize currency, and he took that shit not only literally, but philosophically. Like, picture this. My guy is fresh off meeting with the Griselda Blanco of ancient Greece, and then goes to Athens on complete demon time. He meets a Greek philosopher named Antisthenes. Before we get into that guy, you probably think I'm gonna hit you with an ad, but nah, we ain't sponsored yet. Probably will never will be, but we'll see. As the story goes though, Diogenes arrives in Athens with a slave named Manes, and shortly after their arrival, Manes escaped, and Diogenes basically shrugged off his slave escape and wasn't even tripping on it. And he basically said, if Manes can live without Diogenes, then why can't I live without Manes? Because he basically was saying, like, y'all think like y'all have slaves to help you, but you really, like, he actually encouraged slaves to like kill their masters or like poison punch bowls or like eat while the masters and shit was drunk. He's like, bro, everybody else in here is fated. I don't understand why y'all don't take advantage. Like, y'all are slaves. What else do you have to lose? You know, you ain't got freedom. But again, I think the story is bullshit, really. But I think its purpose is to tell us that this guy Diogenes really had the reputation of not giving a fuck about the social norms in Greece from day one, and really not giving a fuck in general from day one. So then, after his slave escapes, supposedly, he meets Antisthenes, who actually was a student of Socrates. And between Antisthenes and Diogenes, there wasn't a single fuck to spare between them. And actually, Antisthenes didn't even like Diogenes. Like, apparently he just wanted Diogenes to leave him the fuck alone. So he tried to pick up a stick and like hit Diogenes and get him away from him. And the story goes that Diogenes placed the stick right on his own head, right on his melon, and told Antisthenes to go ahead and crack my skull. But that wasn't gonna make him leave Antisthenes alone, you feel me? But again, it's not even known if Diogenes and Antisthenes ever even actually met. But given how their two names are synonymous with the founding of Cynicism, even if they didn't meet, it's obvious that Diogenes' beliefs and philosophies stemmed from Antisthenes in some capacity. Plus, word on the ancient Greek streets paved with that secret concrete is that Diogenes had a follower named Crates, or if that's how you pronounce it, or Crates, that's how you spell it. He taught Cynicism to Zeno of Citium, and Zeno took Cynicism and kind of remixed it, threw some flavor on it, and turned it into Stoicism, which, thanks to Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism was the most popular form of philosophy, or the most popular philosophy by the time the Greek Empire collapsed. So after he insisted upon being a student of Antisthenes, there is a legendary story of Diogenes meeting Alexander the Great, and Alexander offered a gift to the philosopher and basically offered him anything he needed. Like, do you need anything? Do you want anything, bro? And Diogenes responded by saying, yes, I need you to stop standing in my sun. Crazy. Ballsy, son. You talking to a motherfucker who ain't never lost a battle. Like, he's not, like, bro, you in my way, son. Get the fuck out my way. I don't even need to talk to you right now. Crazy work. But basically, he was just as shocked as anybody. And he was shocked by Diogenes' response. Alexander replied, wow, like, if I wasn't Alexander, then I would probably want to be Diogenes. And Diogenes, quick as a whip, shot back with, if I wasn't Diogenes, then I would want to be Diogenes too. Like, bro is a legend for that shit, if it even happened. I mean, that conversation in itself is a language arts teacher's wet dream, but just like a dream, it probably never happened. Just like the rumor that Diogenes and Alexander died on the same day, but we don't know the exact date either one of them died. So that could kind of technically be true, but the thing is, we know how Alexander died. Well, kinda. We have a better idea of how he died than Diogenes, though, because Diogenes must have told his followers or something to troll history or something, because there's actually a story that Diogenes just held his breath until he died. It's plain and simple. He's like, it's my time to go. I think I'm out of here, which I'm not a philosopher or a doctor or none of that shit, but that's physically impossible, I'm pretty sure. But there is also another story of how Diogenes died. But before I get into that one, there is that one story of Aristotle claiming that a man is just a featherless bird, a featherless bipedal bird or whatever, without feathers. I think that's literally how it was. Aristotle claimed that a featherless bird is just a man. And then Diogenes brought in a plucked chicken and yelled, behold, Plato's man. Bro is just too quick. He was a comedian in the highest form before there was court jesters, but man, this cynical comedy, bro, you invented that, son, if you was even real. But of course there was him. There are many stories, or the stories of him pissing on people he didn't like. Yes, apparently Plato, who was like a physical specimen of his era, he was flexing on people to win an argument, basically calling them a weak ass bitch to win an argument. Diogenes was pissing on people and shitting and masturbating in public at times. Hopefully not at the same time though, but it is Diogenes we're dealing with. It probably might have been taken to number 3. But supposedly he was kidnapped by pirates and sold into slavery at some point. and then purchased by a man named Xeniades, who we don't know if this guy ever existed either. But when Xeniades bought Diogenes, he asked him what trade he was best in, and Diogenes basically said, I don't have a trade, but I can govern men. And he basically said, I'm a slave, but I'm trying to be bought by someone who needs a master. Like, this motherfucker was on some Buddhist monk shit in ancient Greece, but it was genius. Yeah, I'm a slave, bro, but I'm not gonna listen to you, bro. You probably, like, I'm not worth anything, bro. I can tell motherfuckers what to do. I can tell you what to do. If you need guidance and shit, I can help you. I'm kind of like an oracle type shit, but physical labor, nah, bro. That welding shit ain't for me. I'm not no swordsmith, metalsmith, none of that. I'm not a Freemason. None of the Masons, none of that. But apparently Xeniades liked his moxie so much and thought he showed a lot of chutzpah, so he bought Diogenes. And chutzpah, or is it chutzpah? I don't know. But crazy enough, Diogenes became a mentor to Xeniades' kids and became pretty much like a member of the family. And he was set free, apparently, like a Diogenes, however you say it. Y'all get what I'm saying. He was a genie type shit. But there is also an alternate account of Diogenes' conversation with Alexander the Great, where Alexander is asking why Diogenes is foraging through a pile of bones. And Diogenes apparently responded with something along the lines of, I was trying to distinguish the bones of a slave from the bones of your father. Which, either way the convo went, Diogenes' brash honesty and absolute shamelessness highlights again how Diogenes really embodied the philosophy he taught. Like, he's literally slept in jars. He lived the minimalist lifestyle. There's a story of, like, he watched a kid drink water with his hands, and when he saw the kid drink from his hands, he threw his cup away and said, wow, this kid taught me about how to live my life minimally, if you will. And so, yeah, bro is sleeping in jars. His best friends were dogs. He would just roll with a pack of dogs. Somebody even called him Diogenes the dog type shit. Like, bro is quite the character in ancient Greece. But I mean, he remains a hero in his native Turkey, a true symbol of cynicism and renegade of his time, and a true king of the underground. And hope y'all enjoyed the video. I got more hot content dropping soon, so stay tuned. I'm just getting over being sick. That's why I ain't dropped no content last week. I was trying to catch up on work hours, and I'm sure y'all could still probably kind of hear it in my voice, me being sick. But back to the regularly scheduled grind and programs and all that. I got more hot content dropping soon, so stay tuned. You want to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, so you don't miss none of my videos. You can follow me on Twitter at @ANT_303, so you don't miss none of my streams, at least not live. I also I got a Facebook page now, Game Gang, video content creator on Facebook. We out here live streaming, and it's basically just my my Twitch streams. So if you miss my Twitch streams, you could catch them on the Facebook page. Again, hope y'all be safe, don't get smoked. And yeah, I'm gonna just probably talk over the rest of this little clip I got and then get out of here. But you see, I was out here on the Street Fighter grind for a minute. I was out here. I was playing with Honda, Ken, and Zangief. Those were my big three that I was playing with, and I don't even know why I stopped playing this game. Oh, I remember why. It's because I tried to do the servers where you playing on the little arcade machines and shit. Man, I was getting worked. I was getting fucking worked. Everybody on there like platinum level or some shit, man. I don't fucking know. But anyways, y'all, be safe. Again, don't get smoked. I'm out. Peace.
Zongia wins!